No, that's fine. Kuhn Cassius IFL TV in association with MTK Global. We're at Ellen Road here for the press conference for Lee Selby and Josh Warrington's world title clash, May 19th. I'm joined by Chris Sanigar. Entertaining press conference today.
Yes, it was an entertaining time, yes.
They were on your case a little bit, the Leeds fans.
Yeah, they were on my case, but I think they knew that I only talk fact, and they know, and they're going to see, our man Lee Selby, as I said, he hardly loses an exchange, yet alone a round. So, it'll be a great fight.
Mm. You hit him with the football trivia today.
Yes.
You know your football, Chris.
I know my football.
And obviously the long-standing association with Leeds United and the Welsh. Yeah,
yes,
absolutely. So,
as I said, the best player they've ever had, John Charles, centre forward and centre half, and then you've got Gary Sprake, the best goalkeeper they've ever had. And as I said, Brian Flynn, Gary Speed, Terry Yoroff, and there's lots of others as well.
So, I mean, you were kind of saying to them that give Lee Selby, or they will give Lee Selby the same respect as they did to all those players over the years.
They will, after the event, when it all dies down and when Selby's the winner, then they'll look and they'll think about what they've actually seen, because naturally it's the event. This is a massive event for Leeds United, for Josh Warrington, for ourselves. Well, as I said, I'm more excited than Lee Selby about being here on Ellen Road. In fact, when we were down there, I went and walked on the pitch, because Leeds United were a big team when I was a schoolboy. And, their support is still big. They came down to the Bristol Rovers when they spent that one season down in Division 1 with us, and, they had massive support.
Where does Josh Warrington rank amongst the opponents that Leeds faced in his career, in your opinion?
Well, I wouldn't say he was as good as Eric Hunter. Paros was a very experienced guy, former champion. So there's two straight away. Montiel, former 3 times world champion. These people are in a different class. And even the Mexican that they sort of said about, he was unbeaten. He was a tough nut.
I know Lee Selby's been people have said about Lee Selby, he's not the most, vocal at these press conferences, and he was kind of put up there in that position today. But ultimately, what happens on May the 19th in the ring is really what counts.
He talks with those, doesn't he? He talks with that and that. That's how he talks. We don't have to, trash talk. We don't have to curse and swear. We've got the real deal with us. And, it's just a pleasure, working with him, and we try to work to a quality.
Obviously, it's a huge fight on May the 19th, but it also sets up some big fights as well at the back end of this year as well, Chris, which might be not on Lee Selby's mind at this moment, but, you'll have sort of an eye on that as well.
Yes, definitely. This is a stadium fight, and this is what we want. For Lee Selby to be a stadium fighter. That means going from the small Newport Centre right now to the big football ground. Please God he's successful. Then it looks like we're going to have to go to Belfast, Windsor Park. If we go there, then it could be the Principality, the old millennium. And that is something we do think about. And we may be able to get Abner Maris or Santa Cruz over when you're dealing in those sort of figures.
Can Lee Selby knock or stop Josh Warrington May 19th, in your opinion?
It will be very interesting, because I don't believe, and I'm the one on his back, Lee Selby is not boxed as well as I know he can. There's been times when we've been over there in America, and and he's had it up against it with that sparring with those Mexicans, and he's looked unbelievable, and the power, but he hasn't been the same in the fights. Okay, it is difficult. People don't realise when you're 8 rounds up, what do? Do you tell him to go and have a tear up, go over there and stick it on him? you know, and suddenly he gets caught, lumped and bumped and cut, and he goes and loses? Or do you say, okay, let's just carry on, bump, 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 hit and miss, and skate the 12 rounds? You know, it's easy to be wise afterwards and say, oh, well, he should have done this, he should have done that. Like I said, he's hardly ever lost a round, and when those rounds he's lost, it's a sympathy vote. They think, well, I've got to give him one, can't keep giving clean sheets. But let me tell you, he's a great fighter.
May 19th, we shall find out. Chris Sanigar, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV, and I'm sure we'll catch up with you ahead of May 19th.
Thank you very much.
Top man.